Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a DIY rain chain. And I had this idea because I had these little juices, these cans of pineapple juice, and I thought, I wonder if I could turn these into rain chain cups. So the first thing I'm doing is using a can opener to remove the bottom of each can. Once I do that, then I'm pulling the tab off of each one as well. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to be using some tin snips, and I am going to be cutting 6 sections. And this is going to be making a flower petal. So I'm trying to space them as evenly as I can around the can. Once I do that, I'll be bending each one back. And after I've done that, I wanted them to go just a little bit further out, to flower out a little more, so I did go back in and cut a little extra where I had already cut. Once I have that the way I want it, then I am cutting the rim off of each one. And now I just have basically the flat metal to work with. So I am cutting each petal into the shape of a flower petal. So as you can see, I'm cutting it to where it is pointed. And once I have those cut, then I'm bending them backwards and kind of curling them down to give them more of a flower appearance. So this is what I have so far. And then inside is a little metal tab that I am just kind of twisting and popping out. And I'm going to repeat that process. Once I have them all done, I take them outside and I'm using some copper metallic spray paint and just giving them a quick coat over the petals and on the bottom side. And I'm not coating it fully. I want some of the silver of the can to show through, and you'll see why a little bit later in the video. The next thing I'm doing is I need to put a hole in 2 of the petals because I will be putting a wire through these to hang them on my chain. So what I'm doing is I am just taking one petal and kind of laying it out on a piece of wood, and then I'm using a large nail and hammering a hole right through the metal, and it went through really easily. Once I have one done, then I'll be doing another one directly across from that one. And again, I repeat this process on all 6 of my flower cups. Once that's done, I'm taking some black paint and I'm using a stencil brush because it's kind of stiff, and I'm going to be dabbing my excess paint off on my cardboard because I want to basically somewhat dry brush these. I don't want to completely coat them. I just want to give them an antiqued look. And I do this around the sides of my can, the bottom, and the flower petals. And as you can see, you can still see some of the silver and the copper showing through, and I repeat this process on all 6 of my flower cups. Once that's done, I'm just using some green floral wire, and I'm cutting about 6-inch pieces, and I'm cutting 6 of these because I'll be attaching them to each one of my cups. Once that's done, I decided because my floral wire is green and I wanted to reduce that just a little bit, I'm using some of that black paint that I used on the cups, and I'm just giving a quick brush over on the wire. Once that is dry, I have this chain, and it's actually pieced together, and I also took some shower curtain hooks that I had and I attached them to lengthen the chain, and I put them at both ends, but I did end up taking the ones off at the bottom of the chain just because I hung my last flower cup at the very end. But I'm just taking this copper metallic craft paint and just doing a paint rub over this chain on both sides just to give it that antique look and match my cups. And here it is with the antique finish. Now I'm just spacing out my cups to see exactly where I need to hang them. And then once I do that, I'll be attaching a wire through the hole of each one of these, and I'm just going to run it through, fold it up, and then twist it. Once I have that done, I'm ready to assemble, and I'm just dropping the chain right through the hole in the bottom of my can. And then I am running my wire through one of the chain links back down through the other hole in the flower, folding it up and twisting it also to secure it. And I repeat this with all 6 of my cups until I have them all secured to my chain. And don't worry, if you happen to get these spaced not quite right, you can always just go back in and take one off and just move it up or down the chain however you need to. Now I am doing this without gloves. Just be careful because the can is a little bit sharp. And also, I'm just kind of giving the wire a little bit of pinch and just a half of a twist just to make it a little bit more secure where it's hanging. And now it's time to hang it, and I just put a hook in my patio cover and it's because I do have water runoff of the patio. And now I'm going to be pouring just a cup of water because we're not having any rain, just so you can see how the water falls through the cups and down the chain. Now it does work a little bit better whenever it's raining, but here I was trying to hold the cup and pour and watch what I was doing. But if you go all the way to the end of the video, you'll see up close where you can see the water running down the chain. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you're inspired to make your own DIY rain chain. Have a blessed day, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.